Say, man, listen here, man. They ain't want you to know you was handsome, bruh. That's why they had to kick you down, bruh. To my man. What women be saying, men? Bruh, to the man, bruh, they ain't want you to know you was handsome, bruh. They had to kick you down, bruh. It's their job to humble you, bruh. They cannot allow you to become cold. They cannot allow you to become successful. I'm off the top with this shit, man. They ain't want you to know you was handsome, bruh. They ain't want you to know you was good at the things. They saw you doing it, so they had to be like, oh, you think you all that? What women be saying, they think you all that. Who you trying to look good for? Brother can't get a haircut? Like, why you trying to be all out and about because you got a haircut? Brother can't go to Target? I can't go to Sephora. But nah, like, they ain't want you to know you was handsome, bro. They was afraid, like, if you was to know who you really was, you was gonna outshine them. But you already outshined them because they already had to acknowledge it. But they had to make sure they had to double down, bro. Even if this nigga think that he got the opportunity to be confident, bro. I gotta humble him, bro. You ain't even saying nothing. You really just humble, bro. You really not even confrontational for real. But nah, that ain't good enough. Niggas have to make sure. They have to see you hurt. That's why when people make fun of you and they see that you affected, it eggs them on. If people was to talk down on you and they can tell that you being stoic, they can tell that you don't care, they gonna feel powerless. They gonna try to double down. Whether you show that you went hurt, whether you show that you in pain, or whether you don't show, they still gonna double down because they just got that hating spirit. They ain't want you to know you was handsome. To y'all women, they ain't want you to know that you really was like that. They ain't want you to know that you was pretty. They ain't want you to know that you didn't need makeup. They wanted you to feel like you needed makeup. That's why they try to put you on different types of makeup. They want you to use that. They ain't want you to know you ain't need it. They ain't want you to know that you had the ability to attract men without showing off your body. They ain't want you to know that. They ain't want you to know that. You feel me? They ain't want you to know that you was handsome, young brother. They ain't want you to know that you really had that shit on. They ain't want you to know that you really knew how to put the clothes together. They ain't want you to know that you had the potential. They ain't want you to know you had the potential, bro. They ain't want you to know that. They did not want you to know that, bro. They ain't want you to know that, bro. Well, skin look clear as a mud. Like, shout out to Steph Cole, bro. Words of affirmation, bro. But man, check, bro. They ain't want you to know that you had that, bro. They ain't want you to know that version of you that you was striving to be, they ain't want you to know that you was already him. They ain't want you to know that you was closer than you thought. Man, be safe walking around them streets. Be safe walking across the street, Sean. But they ain't want you to know that, bro. They ain't want you to know that, bro. They ain't want you to know that, bro. They ain't want you to know that, man. Yo, bro, you got a confident walk, bro. You got a confident walk, bro. Have a good one, dog. Yeah, he looked at me like, what the fuck? But I told him anyway. They ain't want you to know that. What they did to that brother, bro, they don't want us to do that to each other. Growing up, bro, I've been getting mad humbled for shit that I ain't even really have to put myself in position to be humble for. Like, I ain't never been an arrogant mug. But folks had to try to kick me down steps like I wasn't supposed to be the version of me who I thought. You feel me? Like, they ain't even want me to think about confidence. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Folks be talking about how people don't be having enemies, bro. Everybody got enemies, bro. Folks may not be trying to take your life away, but there are spirits out there who do not want you to elevate, bro. And they come in the forms like your lover, your husband, your wife. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Kayla working today. Hello, fine. But, bro, they ain't want you to, she ain't work. They ain't want you to know that, bro. They don't want you to know who you really is, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Niggas do not want that. They can't. It's their job. They're plugged in by the Matrix to make you feel like less than, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's their duty, bro. I know sometimes, like, the hate be catching us off guard, but logically speaking, like, why? It don't make no sense. Of course they're gonna hate. Everybody have a hate. If you broke, they gonna hate on you because you broke. And if you up, they gonna hate on you because you better than them. If you broke, they gonna hate on you because you broke. Call you poor, call you dusty, saying you look untrustworthy because your clothes rent. You feel me? But when you up, they gonna call you cocky, arrogant. They gonna say that you think you all that. Everybody want you to be humble. You've been humble your whole life. And you can't even pop no shit. As soon as you even look confident, niggas be like, hey, bro, don't forget where you came from, bro. Why? Don't forget where you came from. If I think about where I came from too long, I go right back to being bro. Bro, this might be the realest video I ever made, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, they don't want you to know. But they got glass in the street. Ooh. Gotta go around. Can't even make it. Drake and Josh really big shrimp. You feel me? Big squeeze, nigga. But I'm trying to tell you, bro, like, they don't want you to know that you're handsome, bro. I took a good look at myself in the mirror, bro. You just gotta thank God that you look the way you do, because it could be worse. If your nose big, you got a big nose and a big head. If you got a big nose and a big head, you got to have a big nose, big head, and little feet. You feel me? Like, be appreciative of what you got, bro. If you small down in that little area, bro, you better be appreciative. You got one, bro. You could have been a a hermaphrodite. I'm just saying. But at the end of the day, bro, they ain't want you to know that you was handsome, bro. They ain't want you to know you had potential, bro. They try to kick down any remnant of confidence that you had, bro. I'm talking to myself. Am I projecting? Probably so. But it's the truth, bro, because I know people can relate to this. You feel me, bro? Like, I'm trying to tell you, bro, they ain't want you to know you was handsome, bro. That's why I don't be talking to... I don't believe in day ones, bro, because I ain't got not one day one, bro. The closest thing to a day one I got, my mom, my pops, and my grandma, bro. Them my day ones. When it comes to friends, I ain't got no day ones. I don't talk to them niggas no more, bro. They ain't even day one's gonna keep you where you at, bro. You gotta branch out, bro. The realest people gonna be the people that you probably gonna meet as of late. You know, the realest people I met, very few. I met after I became a grown man. I'm still growing into my manhood. Shoot, I'm still going through my second puberty, you feel me? But I'm telling you, bro, they ain't want you to know you was handsome, bro. They did not. I ain't forget what they said. I ain't forget what he said. I ain't forget what she said. They want you to forget, though. They want you to go right back. They want you to stay right where they feel safe. Nah, y'all gonna be unsafe, bro. Cause my success, bro, ain't gonna speak, bro. It's just gonna travel through the world, through the universe. God gonna make it apparent to those who trying to transgress against a brother. You feel me? Like, I'm telling you, bro, they ain't want you to know that you was handsome, bro. They ain't want you to know that, bro. They ain't want that. They refuse, bro. They don't want you to know you was handsome, bro. It take growing pains, bro. It take a long time to sound like yourself. What Miles Davis said, man. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Got me fucked up thinking that I'm going to stay where I was, bro. I had no choice but to grow because I was suffering being who I was, bro. I was suffering accepting the fact that I wasn't this, not having that. Bro said to stop working out, bro. You meant to be skinny forever. And that ain't the most hating. He told me, stop improving yourself because you can't. That's what bro told me. And you wonder why I don't talk to these niggas no more, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Is it all love? I got to because God said so. You know, boy, y'all lucky I believe in God. Y'all lucky that I'm trying to work on my repentance, bro. If I wasn't, I'd be an evil, spiteful motherfucker, boy. I'm telling you, bro. I done got so much hate I ain't deserve. Whole laughing on me. She talking about, you think you sexy. You fat. Nah, I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. And you're fat. That's all love, though, sister. You can change that overnight. You feel me, baby? But I'm telling you, bro, they ain't want you to know you was handsome, bro. They ain't want you to know that, bro. They did not want you to know that, bro. And that's why you gotta pop your shit. Don't speak about it. You ain't gotta post about it. Just live your life, bro. Because spiritually, folks gonna know. They gonna know. And they gonna show. They gonna know. What Doughboy said, boys in the hood, they don't know. They don't show. I'm telling you, bro. They ain't want you to be handsome, bro. They ain't want you to know that you became. They ain't want you to know these things, bro. They did not. They did not. It is my job for me to become who I was striving to be, because I refuse to be anything else or anything less. You feel me? They ain't want you to know. You feel me? It is what it is, bro. They don't want you to know, bro. They did.